Well, they closed down the mill and they closed down the mine. They said you can't work but pay your taxes on time. Got 3 little babies gonna starve to death or freeze. We started making white lightning, it was Grandpa's recipe. Run, rebel, run to no avail. Run, rebel, run to the Scott County jail.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Jailhouse Informant podcast. You're locked in for the next little bit with myself and Dr. Christy Sumner over there at the bank building.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. We got Shelly here with us as well. Yes, we all see you. Yes. So thanks for joining us. Kind of getting back into the swing of things. I've obviously been out of the country for a week or so and kind of getting back here, getting back to all the stuff that we've got going on this next 3 or 4 weeks. Is going to be crazy.
Yeah, just this week alone. And just we're so blessed. I mean, over the past couple months, and actually, to be honest, the whole year has been just incredibly busy there at the jail and the bank and at historic rugby. I mean, the daytime tours especially are just really, really picking up. And so yeah, we've been real busy trying to come up with some really cool and interesting things other than just our traditional day and nighttime tours. So welcome back, Chris.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Went over to Switzerland. Was over there for a week. Bob, I had a great vacation. It was fun hanging out with the family, did some really cool things. My younger sister is great at making itineraries, so she kept us busy every single day. So it was good. Just had a lot of fun. Got to see some, got to see some really cool castles. Obviously the Alps were just gorgeous. So yeah, we had a great time. Thanks for asking, Bob.
Yeah, and I know you're working on putting some other videos and stuff out with some of your travels over there.
Yeah. So some of the castles have amazing history. I mean, we're talking about some of them that were built in the 11th and 12th century. So a lot of history, a lot of legends and lore. So I'm excited about getting those all together once we get through this crazy weekend that we've got coming up.
Yeah. So you did a couple lives, and did you put those lives on Soul Sisters?
I did. Yeah, I put them on Soul Sisters and my page. But yeah, did a couple of lives from Jungfrau, which is one of it's called the top of Europe. So that was pretty interesting. Extremely cold, and I'm missing that right now since we're having this crazy heat wave here. But that was just fascinating. Being up on the top of this mountain. I mean, a little bit intimidating when you know how high you're up and you're on this glacier. And but it was a lot of fun. And then found some like I said, some really interesting castles. We found a really interesting basilica. We just happened to be driving by and saw this little building up on this mountaintop. So we pulled in and climbed up, and lo and behold, this amazing basilica is at the top of it. So that will be one of the landmark legends and lore that I'll be covering. So I'm excited about that. We went to the Castle of Gruyere. Has a really cool legend associated with that I'm excited to share. So it was just a lot of fun, just hanging out with the family and seeing some different culture and stuff. It was great.
And eating cheese and chocolate.
Eating cheese and chocolate. I mean, you just can't help but enjoy Switzerland when you've got those two things.
Yeah, and I mean, if people want to go back and watch those lives, they definitely need to go check out Soul Sisters Paranormal Facebook page there. and you can see some of the different lives that Chris did while she was there, and be on the lookout for the cool videos that she's got coming up, because, you know, landmarks, legends, and lore, that's something that we really love, you know, with the jail, and you do an amazing job covering some of those lesser told tales in
Oh,
a
thank you.
short video format. So guys, definitely go check out her page.
Thank you. I
And
appreciate that.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, again, like Chris said, a lot has happened since then. And, you know, we've been a little sporadic with when we've been able to be here on the air, but we've got some really cool and fun things coming up. As always, tours every single weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights at the jail and at the Village of Historic Rugby. But let me pull this up here. But I do want to talk briefly about, I guess I need to actually get it queued up. Let me find the poster here. Okay, so I do want to talk a little bit about a big event that we've got coming up this Saturday, and that is our Rolling Through History ride and museum tour. Let me pull this up as a full screen just so we can see everything better here. So we've done this every year, this ride, and we try to do multiple rides throughout the time. But this is actually a ride that we had scheduled for originally June 7th. But if you're here in this area, you know how our weather has been insanely crazy with lots of storms and rain. Just I think we've not had a full solid week without rain in it, except for maybe 2 weeks this year. So we're doing our rain out date of June 28th, which is this coming Saturday. And it is a motorcycle ride. It's a 98-mile motorcycle ride that goes along the beautiful Cumberland Plateau. It's going to have a 1-hour stop at R.M. Brooks General Store. She's having her Biker Appreciation Day. And with that, she's got live music, giveaways, and of course, amazing food that only R.M. Brooks can make. I mean, that's worth the trip in and of itself. We'll be stopping there for an hour, and then we will head on out and finish the ride, and it will end with a guided tour of the historic Scott County Jail. And we've got some pretty cool swag that we're including in this. It is a paid ride. It's $25, but for that $25, it covers your admission in. You get a free, you get a historic Scott County Jail poker chip, which is really unique to our jail. If you're a biker, you know, and collect those, it's a cool piece to add to your collection. I have, and I don't have one here in front of me, but I've got Ghost Biker kickstand holders that I'm including in that packet there. And let's see, what else do we have? You'll get your souvenir ticket. You'll get a sticker from R.M. Brooks General Store. That is a special design. She has a new design every single year. It's very cool, and the money goes to the preservation of the jail. And so yeah, we hope you'll join us. We're literally almost right at our cap.
Yeah. And Miranda and I actually rode the route yesterday and included some additional stops for fun, but it was a great ride. You know, the road seemed great. Hopefully we'll cool down just a little bit more so than we were yesterday, because it was pretty darn hot. But I think we'll cool down a little bit by Saturday. So it's going to be a spectacular time. As Miranda said, R.M. Brooks General Store, it's a must stop for lunch. So to be able to include that, and then coming back through, you know, you won't stop, but you'll get to go through Rugby and then hit the jail here. So it's always a great time. So we're looking forward to seeing all the bikers who have already signed up. If you still have not signed up, I think Miranda's got a couple more spots left, but just get in touch with her, because it's always a lot of fun.
Yeah, we've actually had an overwhelming amount of people who have signed up. I think at this point we've got like a 30% chance of rain, but from what I was looking at Kickstands Up, it's supposed to be clear at that point, possibly a chance of storms in the afternoon. But I mean, 30%. I mean, I'll take that.
Yeah, that's nothing.
That's
Outdoor
nothing.
weddings still go at 30%, so no big deal.
Exactly. And you know, everyone that has done this route, they really enjoy it. It's a nice casual route. It's not overly aggressive. There are a few areas of hairpin turns, but those are in the middle of the Big South Fork, which is just absolutely gorgeous. So you know, it is a good route that's a lot of fun, and full of history just in the ride
Mhm.
itself. So we we don't want to. So we do need you to sign up when you go, because we only have limited space inside the jail, and when you do a guided tour with a lot of people, it's really challenging. And so as of right now, we're capping the bikes at 25, because we don't want the 101 motorcycle
Mhm.
ride that we had a couple
And
years.
the first year, yeah,
That was, oh
yeah, that was intense. 100 bikes was pretty awesome.
yeah, it was awesome to see and hear, but I'm not gonna lie, a little intimidating to lead. So,
Yeah.
but we have decided that if there's been such a demand for this, if you don't make it on this ride, I think I'm going to close the ticket sales out at midnight tonight. And so whenever you book, we'll send you the ride map. We will also send you the menu for RM Brooks store, and then you can send that menu in to me. I'll submit that by Friday evening, and then that way we don't have a wait, because we are anticipating really, really big crowds at Brooks store. And so just to get in there, get our food, and be able to move on, it's important, if you can, to put your order in advance. So
Mhm.
so we will cap that, but if we have enough people that are interested, we will do another ride with that here very soon. We'll
Mhm.
make the announcement about that. So
Yeah, and we got some really cool announcements with regard to our merchandise. In anticipation of this ride, we were able to get our new T-shirt. Randy did a great job designing it, and we had our printer actually put a rush order in on it. So if you want to pull that up, Miranda, we're really proud of
I
these.
trying to get to that right now.
Oh, I
Give
thought you had
me
one with you.
just I do have it with me, but I thought it might be easier to show it on show the screen there, and then I'll hold one up. Let me pull this up here. There we go.
Yeah, so that's the front of our living free behind bars. So you can see it's got the American flag and then the Scott County Jail on the front. And on the back, you've got the silhouette of the jail along with some silhouette of some motorcycle riders. And it said living free. It says living free behind bars and then the historic Scott County Jail. So we're really super excited about this. We've been wanting to get some merchandise up specifically for bikers, because both Miranda and I ride, and we have a large population of bikers that'll come here, especially during the summer. So really excited to get these out in our gift shop. We also sell them online at our website if you're interested in getting one and you just can't get to the jail. But it's a really great shirt, obviously very patriotic as well. So kind of really represents what we do here at the historic Scott County Jail. So
Yeah, I'm gonna hold up one of the shirts here, and I think a lot of you will be happy, because it's not your traditional black,
mhm.
like everything that we get a lot of requests for black, and black is easy. So it's a nice charcoal gray.
Yeah. It's a
I'm
really
still
nice, and it
wearing yours,
feels
aren't you?
soft. Yeah, I am. It's a charcoal gray, and it's really soft. It's just a really nice shirt. So we're really excited. And that's the front with the flag and the Scott County Jail. So if you're interested, like I said, we have them here at the gift shop, or you can buy one online.
Yeah, we let's see here. Pull up the website here. If you go to the website, go to the shop page, and that'll take you right to our online store. Also, if you want to purchase tickets to the motorcycle ride, you just go to our website there, and the link to purchase your tickets to the motorcycle ride is right there on the front as well. So I can't tell you how excited I am about the shirt.
Yeah.
And excuse me, I think I swallowed a bug. Um, but we've got, I don't know if they're going to be in. I was originally told they'd be in tomorrow, but it may end up being on Monday. But we also got some living free behind bars magnets,
Mm-hmm.
and they are some really sharp magnets. Both you and I are very patriotic, and so I think having the flag as well as for our motorcyclists, it's just the perfect fit. I love
I
it.
agree. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, it really kind of represents what we do here, and our belief and all of that. So, just really excited to have these out.
Yeah, for sure. Um, just saying hello real quick to everyone that is tuning in tonight. It's a very kind of impromptu show. Nothing. We probably won't even go the entire hour tonight. Just kind of wanted to touch base on some of that stuff that we've got going on here with our rides and with everything else. So.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll have some photos highlighting our ride that we did yesterday, pulling that up. Um, Chris had this really cool idea while we were out riding the route. I always say that it's like you can't look in any direction from the jail and not see a really cool road to ride on,
Mm-hmm.
and that's 100% true. And even more cool is the fact that we're surrounded by some really great haunted and historic locations. Some of the most historic and most haunted places in Tennessee is within
Mm-hmm.
45 minutes. And Chris was like, "Hey, why don't we stop at those locations, because two of those locations are along our route.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Actually, three of them."
yeah. Yep. So it was really cool. Like Miranda said, we started our ride yesterday. We stopped at the historic Harriman Hospital. Again, one of the top 10 haunted locations in the state, and also a very historical hospital there in Harriman. And then we cruised up quickly to Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary, which is only about 30 minutes from there. So we stopped and got our had our picture taken with our bikes there in front of Brushy Mountain. And then we proceeded on to Rugby, which again is another 30 minutes from there. And then came on over to the jail. So it's I don't think a lot of people understand, especially in the paranormal community, that we have such an array of locations here, all historic, as you mentioned, but also very haunted and have those haunting reputations. And they're all right here. You can hit 4 in a weekend, a long weekend. You can investigate 4 locations, and they're all top locations, right? Harriman Hospital, us, Rugby, Brushy. You can't go wrong with investigating them. So to be able to travel to those yesterday was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that kind of leads to something we've been talking about for a while now, is our 222 haunted or 222 red, white, and boo summer special. There, and say that 5 times fast.
No,
Um,
thanks.
and what this actually represents, I'll just try to zoom in here, is that we want to make people aware that it's regarding 2 haunted locations, 20 minutes apart. You get 2 extra hours for each investigation. And a lot of people don't realize that both the historic Scott County Jail and the Village of Historic Rugby are literally only 20 minutes apart. And so
15
I
if you
know,
drive like a Floridian. So
yeah, 10 if you go by the crow flies. But it's really interesting because I don't know about y'all, but for me, I absolutely want my dollar to stretch as far as I can, and getting extra time and knocking out multiple locations. If I'm going to go on a trip, I like to plan my trip to see as much as I can when I'm in an area. And we've got folks that are coming from, out west as far as California, that are
mhm.
doing investigations, and from up in Canada. And so it's like, why not stretch that further? And while you're in the area, get a couple investigations in. And so that's our goal with this, is to let people know just how close these 2 locations are, and they're very reasonably priced.
Mhm.
And just kind of zooming in on our little map here, we are, I mean, we're almost centrally located to the major metropolitan areas of Nashville, Lexington, Chattanooga, and Asheville. We are right around about 160 miles from all of those locations and only 60 miles from Knoxville. So when you come in, you can we hope you'll come in and stay at Rugby and the jail. But if you're coming to Harriman Hospital or to Brushy Mountain, we hope that you'll consider one of our 2 locations in your trip, because they are all located so close to each other. And so if you do that, the typical paranormal investigation at the jail and at Rugby is 6.5 hours. But if you book these, book 2 nights, I know it sounds a little confusing, but if you book like a Thursday and Friday or a Friday and Saturday, and do the jail one night and Rugby the next, then you will get an 8.5 hour investigation for the price of the 6.5 hour investigation. So
yeah. And even if you're on here and you're not a paranormal investigator, just to make you aware of these historic locations that are there. Obviously, we're appealing with this to our paranormal investigators, but Dave on here, he's a motorcycle rider. He's coming down for your ride on Saturday, Miranda. And
nice.
So, he may not be so interested in the paranormal per se, but in the historical aspect of it. So again, you have all of these locations that we're just trying to make you aware of. Obviously, our paranormal investigators would love for you to take advantage of this before the end of August, but if not, just come down and see the history of it.
Yeah. And so, like Chris said, this special does run from, it's been running from the 1st of June to the end of August. So I know we still have a few dates available. I think July is pretty well booking up those 2 nights together, but
July's been crazy.
Yeah. But again, that can be any 2 nights and they have to be together.
Yeah.
So,
2 consecutive nights. So it can be a Thursday, a Friday, Saturday, that sort of thing.
Yeah. So we hope you'll come and take advantage of that. So that's going on. Plus the tours, our after dark tours are popping. Especially it seems like especially at the jail the last little bit. I mean, Rugby is always kind of busy and stuff, but we've had quite a few, like, not just sold out tours at the jail, but like overly sold out tours. I think there's certain nights we're going to have to like start adding multiple tours per night if we can, because they've been booking up and it's just hard to fit so many people into one tour.
Yeah. So we appreciate everybody who has come out to these tours, both here and at Rugby. It is something that helps us keep the lights on, help us preserve both historic Rugby and the historic Scott County Jail. So thank you if you are one of those people that have taken a tour lately. But as Miranda said, it's like this weekend, tomorrow at Rugby, we have 30 people. So, between the 2 tours. So it's going to be a great night at Rugby. We've got different things open here at the jail as well over the weekend. So a lot of stuff going on. So to Miranda's point, when we first started, we might be a little sporadic on this for the next couple of weeks on the Jailhouse Informant just because of that.
Yeah. And we actually added extra cemetery tour for tomorrow night at 7 p.m. If there's anybody that's looking for something to do on a Friday night, 7 p.m. We've got a small group on that, and it is the North Village Cemetery Tour. So we kind of had some overflow of people. Most of the people that have been coming on these tours the last little bit are people who are out of towners, and they're leaving town. And so we try our best to accommodate folks and either add tours or get them on. We don't want to make it uncomfortable by squeezing a lot of people onto a tour that may not be allow for the space. So we try to accommodate people when they come to the area and want to take a tour. So so we do have that tour that's open. Speaking of a lot of people, we've not been on since we had all of our wheelers.
Yes, that was a fun group.
Yeah. And this group, this was so cool because these folks, love it when people include us on their as a stop on their tours. And so these folks, they reached out to us, they scheduled in advance. I think there was like what, 25 people or so.
Yeah, about there's
And
24. Yeah.
yeah, and so let's see, where all were they from? They were from Texas, Florida, Michigan,
Michigan, Georgia.
Colorado,
Yeah, Colorado. Yeah.
Georgia, and Ohio.
hmm Yep. They get together twice a year to do a big week-long ride. And this year they all came over here to Tennessee and Kentucky. But they were just a blast. I tell you, they were so much fun. I learned that there's such a thing as an engine burrito. So you have a little compartment in your engine that you stick your burritos in, and it warms it up as you travel down the road. I mean, I thought it was a joke, but one of the guys literally popped his hood and pulled out a whole thing of burritos. So that was pretty interesting. But they were so much fun. Just a great group of people.
I love their premise of the whole follow the leader,
Yes.
where and it's such a big yearly trip for them. And so yeah, we were really excited that they included us in the tour. We actually opened on one of our closed days for them to come in, and that's what we'll definitely do if if we're not traveling and or not got a prior engagement. If you get with us early enough and you have a large enough group such as this, we would love to customize a tour for you, because it's something that we can easily do. And I think everyone really enjoyed that as one of their stops on this tour.
Yeah, as you said, like I said, the whole premise, their group, it's an invitation only thing, so you have to be invited into their group, and then one person is responsible for planning the entire week, the entire itinerary, but doesn't tell anybody else in the group. So basically, you meet at the meeting spot, and then you follow the leader to the next itinerary stop. So to your point, I just thought it was a lot of fun, and it was great to have them here. So.
Yeah, and they said they found us on a roadside attraction app.
Yeah.
So word is getting out. But yeah, we appreciate them stopping and hope they had a good rest of their trip. So I know we've got a couple other things like that coming up this summer. I know we got a group from the Boys and Girls Club that's going to be coming. In the past, we've had several school groups that were doing summer camps and summer schools, and they have come by the jail during the summer. So homeschool groups, we've had some of those. So if if you have a group like that, or if you know of a group that is looking for something fun and interesting to do, definitely keep us in mind. Send our names their way and give us a call, and we'd love to set you up.
Yep, absolutely.
So all of a sudden, I don't know what happened with the sun.
You got the sun on you.
I don't know what just happened there. Everything was good until then, and now all of a sudden, I can't see. And we got a lot of folks on here that typically tune in. Thank you guys again for coming on here. We really enjoy seeing y'all. And we got our dear friend April Lau. I'm really excited because we're going to be joining April Lau. The tour guides become the tour guests this week. And so I always love going on a good tour, especially a good ghost tour. And April is, she's, if you watch our website, you'll see pictures of April pop up on there because she's always someone that comes and does guided ghost hunts and investigations. And so she and her friend Lisa were kind enough to invite us on a tour of over in, is it La Follette, Jacksboro? I'm not sure which it is of exactly, but it is Alan's Ghost Walk. He's won awards for this ghost walk. I know he's been doing it for like 10 years or more, I think. And I'm just really excited to go and experience some of this local history. La Follette is what April says.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're excited about that.
Yeah. So I always get that area confused where you got Jacksboro, La Follette, Caravel. So yeah, we're really excited about that. And I think he's opening up a tour. So if there's anybody in the area that wants to wants to join on Monday night.
This coming Monday, yeah,
Yeah,
8 o'clock.
April, how does if people are interested, how do they book? Is it something you just show up and pay at the event, or is it does he do booking online? If you could put that over in the comments, we'll share that, because the more the merrier, right? Let's see here. Let's see. She says 15.
Show up and pay.
Yep. Show up and pay.
Okay,
Perfect.
so we'll put some information on this in case anybody's interested and you're in the area. It's Monday night at 8 o'clock. So, like I said, we're really excited about doing that. Yeah, I mean, pretty much we're just trying to play catch up right now. So unfortunately, this is kind of a low octane show. Not too much, just spreading the word about certain things.
And she says it meets at Sargent's Park
In La Follette.
That's there in La Follette. So yeah, we'll definitely share that information out there. We need to have Alan on the show and have him talk about his ghost walk. We're still trying to get more jails to come on. Summer's hard, folks, especially, these days are when we get a beautiful day and don't have rain and storms. I know a lot of people are taking advantage of the longer hours of daylight. So it's, it's kind of hard to find guests to come on the show. We're trying to find some topics and find some, do some other things, maybe do some pre-records and stuff.
Yeah. So if anybody has a topic that you'd like us to discuss that you think that people would be interested in, throw it out there. I mean, we'd love to do that. It doesn't have to be just about jails or hauntings or anything like that. As Miranda said, we're going to branch out and do some interesting things really around the area as well. So incorporating a lot of that. But it's just, to Miranda's point, things are a little bit sporadic right now. I mean, we would love to be on here consistently every Thursday, but lately it's been kind of tough, just because of tours and traveling and all of that.
In the past, we've always sort of put a hold on the shows during the summertime, and we start out strong in the spring. We take a break in the summer, and then we get back on it in the fall and winter. Really more so after the busy season of October. We really don't want to stop doing that and stop in the summer. But we want to do what people find interesting. So we've done some investigations. That's always been a lot of fun, doing live investigations. Especially when, like, you were over in Rugby and I was at the jail.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, that's always been a lot of fun too. So we'll try to do some more of those investigations and stuff. But April says, let's investigate the bijou.
Yeah, that'd be fascinating.
Yeah, it would.
So.
Yeah, it would. But that's really all I've got. We are, like I said, we're at the top of a very, very busy week for us with the motorcycle ride, the adult summer camp tours tomorrow night, as well as other tours that we have this weekend. I know we've had some messages from folks who have said they're going to be coming in during the day for the day tours. Also, coming up next week is going to be our 4th of July holiday. That's always a really big time for us as well, because we are located right there in the mall there in Huntsville. And so when they have their Fireman's 4th celebration, we're right there along the parade route. We're also right there. The bank building is right there at the bottom part of where all the festivities take place. So we typically extend our hours and get a lot of escape rooms that day, as well as people coming in for day tours. I think a lot of people try to get out of the sun and the extreme heat. So there's no better place to do that than at the jail, because we do have air conditioning and we do have restrooms for folks that come and take tours. So we will be open extended hours there. I think in the past, what we've done is we've been open up until the time of the parade at 7 p.m. and then in the past, we've actually opened back up because the parade lasts an hour, and then you have about an hour, hour and a half until the fireworks start. So we typically open up for that. We don't so much do night tours or anything at that point, but we are open extended hours that weekend.
Yep. So if you're in the area, stop by and see us. We'd love to have you for anything that we have going on. We're looking forward to the people on the motorcycle ride coming out on Saturday. Don't forget, we have our t-shirts available. And then just look for our calendar for everything we've got going on tour wise.
Absolutely. Well, I say with that, we go ahead and let everyone go. Again, we thank everyone who has taken the time to come on and say your hellos and send your messages and stuff. We really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you all. We hope you have a tremendous Thursday. Please stay cool wherever you're at. I know this heat wave is extensive, but hopefully we will be back next week, and we're going to be looking for a guest next week. So it should be a really good show.
Yeah. So we'll see you all then.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Good night.